daughters of India. In our last episode, Anaya spoke about Indira Gandhi. This Sunday, I, Vivaan, will speak about MS Subbulakshmi, the Carnatic legend. Music was her life. She would begin her recitals with her eyes closed, her attention absorbed in the raga, the notes that make up an Indian classical composition. She left her mark on these just as she did on the alapanas, melodic improvisations that introduce and develop a raga. The deep resonant notes, the distinctive timbre in her voice, and her impeccable presentation all added to her legend. Madurai Shanmukhavadivu Subbulakshmi was more than a gifted classical singer. She was an example of a brilliantly crafted career in classical music. She was a rock star. Subbulakshmi was born in Madurai. By the end of her nearly 70-year-long career, she had become the face of Carnatic music, taking the ancient South Indian tradition well beyond its selected audience. An MS performance was an example of 100% pure Carnatic music without any deviation. She sang in Europe, North America, and at the United Nations General Assembly. Her voice, which was the stuff of countless, often exclusive classical concerts, also awoke devout Hindu households across the country with perfect renditions of Sanskrit hymns. Cultivating that voice was hard. Musicians she trained with told musicians they trained this story. Subbulakshmi started her day early around 6 a.m. with a fluffy idli or a thin dosa and a steaming cup of filter coffee. Then she would sing. She would make sure her pitch was in tune with the long-necked tambura as she plucked at its strings. Once she was satisfied, she would wander around the house, still singing, and return. Hours later, to find that her voice was still in tune with the instrument. Born into a community of Devadasis, women who danced and sang with devotion in temples, Subbulakshmi was surrounded by music, from her violinist grandmother to a veena-playing mother, Shanmukhavadivu Amal. That's from where Subbulakshmi inherited her famous initials. Her first public performance was at the age of 11 in Tiruchirappalli, a 2-hour drive from Madurai. Within a decade, she had moved to Chennai, then Madras, the heart of Carnatic music, where she met her future husband, Kalki Sadasivam. It was Sadasivam, a well-connected, politically active Brahmin, who is often credited with introducing Subbulakshmi to the world. They married in 1940. In 1945, she starred in the Hindi film Meera, which catapulted her to fame. With that began a process where MS became a sort of spiritual ambassador. Gone were the plain saris with crumpled blouses and the nonchalant pose of a young girl. In her place was the good Brahmin wife, covered in starched kanjivarams, hair oil, and parted face serene. It was difficult to identify the real Subbulakshmi. Was it the extraordinary young woman who entered an unforgiving, insular world of Carnatic music at the age of 20, determined to continue her journey? Or was it the maestro who forced a chauvinistic world to accept her as an artist and as a woman? Or the pious figure who became the defining voice of ancient Hindu hymns? Or was it the decent and complex person who seemed unaffected by the heights her artistic persona reached? When she was living on the same street as D.K. Pathamal, also a renowned Carnatic singer. Madras Corporation announced they would rename it M.S. Subbulakshmi Salai Road. But Subbulakshmi declined. If anyone's name should be used, it should be Pathamal's, she said, because she had lived there longer. The great talent that MS possessed brought a galaxy of fans. Her fan list included the likes of Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sarojini Naidu, Lata Mangeshkar, Ustad Bade Ghulam Ali Khan, and Kishori Amonkar. Mahatma Gandhi once commented that he would rather hear Subbulakshmi utter the lyrics of the songs rather than hear someone else sing it. While Jawaharlal Nehru called her the Queen of Music, Bade Ghulam Ali defined her as the goddess of perfect note. In the year 1974, MS became the first Indian to be honored with this prestigious award. While in the year 1998, MS Subbulakshmi became the first musician to be honored with India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. MS Subbulakshmi passed away on 11 December 2004 in Chennai. Her funeral was attended by hundreds of fans and music lovers all over the country. Many national leaders, like the then President Abdul Kalam, also paid their homage. Her mortal remain was consigned to flames with full state honors. MS Subbulakshmi represented a quality all artists seek: an absolute, honest connection with their art. You were moved by her music 50 years ago, you will be moved by it today, and you will be moved by it 50 years later. Who inspires you? Send me the names of people who inspire you. Thank you.